absolutely nothing. Like nothing makes me want to work harder than when my CEO announces that I have, 18 months before all of my skills are obsolete. I really thought we had like evolved out of the executive AI fear apocalypse messaging, but it's amazing how they go right back to it like a bad habit when it supports their own compensation structure. Mustafa Suleyman, who's the CEO of Microsoft AI, did this like unhinged interview with Fortune about how all white collared work will be replaced by AI in less than 18 months. And I feel like we have to unpack this a little bit because, I'm all for, the big predictions and chalk and all statements, but we kind of have to look at the data. So why are you ramping up this rhetoric so hard? Oh, is it because maybe only about 3% of Microsoft 365 users actually have bought Copilot? Though it shows a year-over-year growth, it's very, very slow. There's only about 15 million paid users at this point. And Microsoft is like, Copilot is the future. All of these integrated automation pieces around AI is the future of work. And maybe it is. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying let's look at the numbers a little bit closer. So most of those users of Copilot have it within their free access in Microsoft 365, not additional subscriptions. So maybe it's profitable, maybe it's not. They say it is. What can we believe from Microsoft? And word on the streets of SaaS is that Microsoft is really cutting its demand forecasting for AI, which involves Copilot, not all Copilot, right? Because of the lagging expectations, just because most enterprises, especially larger ones, are still very much in the piloting phase as opposed to full enterprise level deployment for something like Copilot. That's a huge initiative. But by the way, all of your jobs will be gone in 18 months. So you better hurry your shit up. And here's what really just bothers me about this is like nobody cares about Microsoft, right? They're going to be fine. Even though they've got some pressure on the stock market, they're good. What really is the problem, right, is the readers of these types of things that it's not rushed innovation when you put weird timelines on things, even go lives, right? If you create rushed purchasing and bad business decisions for people who can't afford that. Because these types of bigger projects around innovation and transformation, they don't happen when someone screams at you on stage and gives you some like strange timeline to work towards. They work when your entire organization is aligned, not when just one person forwards an email to IT and says, hey, we really need AI. Because that type of crazy panic buying gets you in way more trouble than a more intentional AI type of strategy and procurement. Because who knows if you actually even need AI? You probably already have a ton of it in your organization that might just not look like something you can achieve in somebody else's timeline of 18 months. Just remember, okay, that fear moves those markets. You don't need to listen to that. Discipline builds good companies.